In this video, we're going to learn how to create an automatic system that sends alert messages. So to do that, we're going to imagine that this app contains a series of albums that still haven't been launched but have a launch date set against them. So what we want to do is make sure the user receives a notification when their favorite albums are going to be released. To do this, we need to define a series of fields within the favorites element. So we're going to select the favorites element, then come here to the data panel and then select enable scheduling. Let's click this. A bunch of fields are going to emerge that allow us to define the text that we want to include in this alert. We can add a title, a subtitle, define the date to send the push alert and how early the user should receive this push alert. Now if we fill out these fields, what will happen is that all of these alerts will be the same. They'll have the same title and will be sent on the same date and time. This wouldn't work for albums, as each one will have its own specific launch date. So the only fields that we would be able to fill out are the offset. So how early do we want to send the push alert in relation to the album's launch date? So I'm going to populate this field with 120 minutes. So 2 hours before the album is launched, the user will receive an alert reminding them. We can also add the same subtitle to identify the alert's motive. For the title, we want to be able to show the album's name, and for the date, we want the push alert to be specific to the album's launch date. So all of these fields are going to be populated by the information within the collections, in this case, the albums collection. To do this, we're going to come here to Dynamic Data and Style in the Get Alert Title from Releases area, and we're going to select the field where the Content Manager will fill out the album name. In this case, it's the attribute name. Okay, this way, the title of the alert will be populated automatically by the values within this field. We've already created a general subtitle, so we're not going to worry about this field. But we are going to come here to get schedule, date and time from release. And we're going to select the field where the Content Manager will populate the launch date for each album. So as you can see, it's very simple to create a push alert. All we have to do is remember that it's necessary to define these options here in all the favorite elements that exist in our app. This is important as a user can create a favorite album using a different favorite element, such as the album's detail page. And if this favorite element hasn't been defined, the album won't be recognized as a favorite album and the push alert wouldn't save correctly. To avoid this, make sure all the favorite elements have these settings defined. And that's how easy it is to set up an automatic system that sends alert messages.